YouTube, you're back again on Friday, Freaky Friday. We're going to end the week talking about this last episode of Snowfall. Hope everybody enjoyed it. Got a lot of questions about where the story is going and how you feel. Tonight, I'm going to have a fresh crew up here. The homegirl Muchella, who hang with the fellas, is going to be here shortly. Nita, the diva, is going to be here shortly. Hopefully, my man T Streams up from Detroit is going to be coming through. And then, of course, we got the homegirl, the sis, Miss K. And while we wait for our crew to get inside this building, let me shout out to everybody that's watching right now. Shout out to Judith, Reggie, Juan, holding it down, checking us out tonight, and all the other 32 people that are watching currently. Please give me a like, hit me on Instagram. Love it when you guys send me your messages and let me know what's going on these Hollywood movie and TV streets. Well, last night was a fire review. We set the internet on fire. Larry dropped a hot take that he believes that the issue with Franklin is all the women in his family, all the women surrounding Franklin. There's a little bit of truth in that, a little bit. But then there's a whole lot of truth, and Franklin has a Teddy problem. We assume Franklin has a V problem. We don't know if V going to be a problem or not. We're all assuming she's going to be a problem, so we really can't count her. Franklin does have a Louis problem, and he has a sissy problem. So technically, it's a 2-to-1 ratio. He got problems with 2 women in his life and 1 guy, and that guy being named Teddy. Teddy Touchdown Ruxpin, Teddy. Who does he have a bigger problem with? Teddy Touchdown, Sissy, or Louis? If we go by the way the story has gone in the last couple of episodes, his biggest problem probably is going to be a tie between Louis and Teddy. We've already seen Teddy making moves to get out of the country, get his passports, get all that stuff. He's trying to get out of the country. The issue with Teddy is, what is he going to try to do to Franklin? Is he going to try to put him in jail? Is he going to try to have Franklin killed? We need to know exactly what the hell Teddy's ambitions are toward Franklin. We know they're not friendly. Anytime you break into somebody's house and you're taking pictures with Panty Draw Parissa sitting outside in the car, touching herself like Tweet, making noises on the CB, you're in a serious situation and you want to get some asses handled. Then Louis, on the other hand, she undercut Franklin twice. Number one, Franklin and Leon felt like they had the situation with Kane handled. That's going to be the biggest problem for Franklin dealing with Louis. Louis undermining Franklin to go to Teddy to get the drugs, that's going to hurt, but that's probably not going to have deadly consequences. Louis going to the human cockroach with a Jerry curled old backshot Buckley, getting him to go and try to kill Kane. Ladies and gentlemen, you ain't even got to have the glasses Ray Charles wore to know that that shit is going to backfire. And then Kane is going to blame everything on Franklin and anyone associated with Franklin. Let's not get it twisted. So, ladies and gentlemen, my channel is about to be blessed with Pecan Brown from the North. And if you want to see who she is, take a good look. It's the
homie. What's up?
What's up?
I gotta jump off for a hot minute, but I'm coming back.
Okay.
I'm not, I'm just gonna be off camera for a minute. I'm not leaving, but you know what I'm saying. I got this episode left a lot of Easter eggs.
Well, let's talk about them, Moochie. I got you here now. Talk about some of these Easter eggs you saw in the episode.
I heard a lot of people complaining about the episode, but you had to pay attention to the dialogue. You had to listen to what was going on. And
Moochie,
here's the problem. And foreshadowing.
Here's the problem, Moochie. We got more people that was paying attention to this than they was actually paying attention to what was being said.
I know. They paying attention to them bonking in the back.
Yeah. Them getting it in the Game of Thrones style at the damn wedding. So give us your first Easter egg that you found in this episode that really took you by surprise.
Okay, well, what we all saw Louis trying to
undermine Franklin.
Right. With that, the next step was also, why did Veronique go see Kane? And I'm
Moochie.
Still not trusting her. I think that was all a facade for everything because she's a con artist. Why does he know more about her mother than Franklin does?
That's a good point. That's a damn good point.
I mentioned that in my video. You saying, do I need to move with my mother? And she's telling Franklin she want to stay as far away from her mother as possible. So which one is it?
But
she
Moochie, lying. Do you remember that she make the comment that if it got that it would have to be so bad or something like that? She said to Franklin before she would actually go back to her mom. Something along the lines of, if it gets that bad, I got to go back to my mom. She's already going to be here. Something like that. I'm paraphrasing. She made some comment about what it would take for her to get back to her mother.
She said she would go to Africa if her mother Kane showed up the next day.
That's right. So
she's full of, Moochie, I'm not trusting her. I still don't trust her.
Moochie, I can't lie, Moochie. I got to tell you the truth, but let me get this Nita, who's our favorite diva, in the building. Nita, what's going on, my sister?
Nothing. Doing well.
Congratulations to all you're doing, all this success, all this brain power to go with the outer looks and everything. You know what, sister, holding it down.
Thank you so much. It was about to drive me crazy too, because this has been a stressful week.
Well, we glad to see you here and smile.
Support and the encouragement.
Oh, for sure. Now, Moochie, Nita, I was just about to drop something on Moochie.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but y'all's new homie, Monique Nicole, has almost done roped me into believing Veronique is harmless. I can't lie, Moochie. And this last episode got me roped in. I'm starting to feel like Monique Nicole, that
I agree.
Veronique is harmless. Speak on it, Nita. Speak on it.
I agree, because just for the simple fact that we've seen it. And if it would be like another repetitive story beat. So, although it looks like it, and I think because we're always going to have that little shadow of doubt because we don't know how their relationship came about, really. You know what I'm saying? They kind of left a whole gap. They did this time jump and we don't know a lot about her. But like Monique said, it is definitely a possibility that she could be totally in the clear and we're just putting something on her that, we just want to see. But at the same time, something in the water is not clean with her. Like,
it's not.
To me, she may not be trying to set him up on that type of level, but she's trying to get to the bag. She wants the money.
Oh yeah. Well, if that is the case, Nita, then hell, that Monique theory go the fuck out the window. Because at the end of the day, you can rob a man blind by getting the bag from him. I mean, end of the day, it ain't just about taking Franklin down from the drug standpoint. You can take a person down financially and then they destitute at the end of the day. So are you saying you are for sure she might not be trying to take him down in the criminal world, right, but in the financial world, she's trying to take him down?
Yeah, I don't think she's trying to destroy him in the manner that we were kind of, the way we were thinking, like her working with Kane. Is totally possible that she has another agenda. And like I said, all we really seen is all that paperwork with all them different, real estate going on, different trusts, different things. And he got his John Hancock. We got dates going on. We got accountants. We know she trying to do something. So it might just be.
You just forgot what I said last week too, Lamont.
Go ahead. No, I ain't forget. I just don't like to. I don't like to with you, Moochie, because you are as gifted at this thing as I am. I like for you to reiterate your points of view without putting the words in your mouth, because you do such a good job. So reiterate what you said. Like, I ain't forget.
It may be a possibility that her and Sissy is doing something, but then again, no. I just don't trust her. I'm sorry. I don't trust her. I feel like she's I don't trust her. Once a con, always a con. It's just it's just the city girl in me. It's just the New York in me.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with the group called City Girls. I actually like their music, so they said I'm a run with it. So let me take y'all to two scenes I really enjoyed, and I want to get you guys' reaction on it. I played one yesterday. We'll get to that one in a minute. I didn't get around to playing this one, which I thought was great acting on behalf of Damson Idris, and also the actress playing Sissy. But before I do that, ladies and gentlemen, we got the last connection of this crew. And if you guys haven't seen them, they're better than the Three Amigos. When you see these two during their reviews, it might make you think of the Three Musketeers bars. There's chocolate, there's nougat, and there's something chewy and light in the middle. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the extra part. It's the homegirl, Miss Kane.
Hey, guys.
What's up, Miss Kane? How you feeling? How you doing?
Good. Thank
you. Have you recovered from your birthday? Have you recovered from your birthday? Have you recovered from your birthday?
I think so. I'm still trying to make some plans, actually. Because I didn't get to go where I wanted to go, so.
Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, she ain't done world touring. You might see a Miss K in a city near you.
Yeah.
So, Miss K.
Gosh, yes.
Give me your thoughts and insight on this particular episode of Snowfall. Sometimes you be coming up here with some really, really hot takes, so I am very curious to know how you felt about this episode.
This episode was like, I felt like this episode was a mind, I don't want to say, I'm not going to curse, but a mind screw.
No, say it. Chris Angel used the term mind F.
Yes.
That's what he said.
Yes. That's exactly what it was. And look, this scene right here, when I was trying to talk about this in my review, I couldn't help it. I had to laugh because this scene was hilarious. And then you got them in the back, his girl and Avi in the back using her hill like they on the phone. I said, this is hilarious. But I feel like I was trying to piece things together because I was like, what is happening here?
Right.
You got Scully over here in the chocolate. We're assuming that he put the stuff in the chocolate. I think it's safe to assume, right? But we didn't see him actually do it. Then he makes a little reference saying his comment like, tell Jerome and Louis, I hope they like my gift. And then you got this guy circling around Ruben. He's passing out the drinks. And I'm just like, what is happening here? And I said to myself, I'm like, what if Ruben is working with Scott? And I said, look, I know that it's probably far-fetched, but this is what I'm saying. This is why I said it was a mind-screwing episode, because it just made you think of all kinds of possibilities. And then you got the dude that used to be with Lorena. He's out there listening in on it. And I said, where you come from? Like, are you working with Ruben too? Like, what's going on here?
Mm-hmm. I think he's working with Ruben, man.
Yeah. So it was just really
up also before.
It was just really a lot going on. And I also feel like the hallucinations that Franklin was having, it was a mixture of like the guilt that he has mixed with some foreshadowing, and just mixed with like his fears. Because for him to have a hallucination with Veronique saying betray you, that's, to me, that's a foreshadow, because I feel like if anybody that she has fooled is him. So why is he over here thinking that this woman is saying that in order for me to survive, I'm going to have to betray you? And I know it could be his fear, but this is the words that came out of her mouth, though.
Yeah, it did. And did y'all notice how in the scene where Veronique was in there with Franklin, she was months pregnant?
Yeah, her
Yup.
stomach.
I was just gonna
Yeah.
say that.
That's
I
when I
was
was.
She
I
was
trying
huge
to
in that
confuse.
picture.
I was
I mean,
wondering
yeah.
what up with that too. I was like, I didn't see her like that at the wedding with that big old
No,
stomach.
she's
That's
not
what
at
I
the
was
wedding,
saying,
but that's
why I
how
was
he sees
confused.
her.
Yeah, that's how he sees her. Yep.
The thing is with this whole episode, like I didn't know what was a hallucination and what was real. And so even though you can always say that it was the subconscious mind, it was we really still don't know what was real and what was, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, we know that Rob was fake, of course, but you know what I'm saying? As far as Veronique, like, can we trust that, you know, because she had a big belly and we haven't known her to have a big belly, can we trust that what she said is what she said? Or is that what we thought that
That was him.
what she said?
Yeah, that was him
That was a
hallucinating.
hallucination.
That was him
That was a
hallucinating.
halluc-
She never came back.
Okay.
She
Right,
never
right.
came back. And then he had the
Especially he had the fake gun.
Yes. And what about him having that half hallucination of Teddy being there with him? But he winds up calling Teddy. He winds up calling Teddy saying, "I will kill you."
Y'all.
What's up, Moochie?
He messed up with that one to me, y'all.
Yeah, he did. But you know what I was happy for? I was happy that when Teddy got off the phone, he went to the car and he told Parissa that was Franklin, and he just told me he's gonna kill me, because that let me know, okay, good, because I was trying to figure. I was like, did he just really do that?
Right.
And so for Teddy to go in there and confirm it, I was like, oh, thank God.
Right.
These writers are on point. Thank God. Yeah. Because I was like, oh, whoa, I think he just like had a little trip that he was right there in his face, but he was really on the phone with him.
He was on the phone with him, man. It was a mess.
Can I ask you guys the major question though?
Go for it.
We obviously believe that old slick back hair dude, my man Scully.
Oh Lord.
He's the one who, you know, laced the chocolate, right?
Right.
But why?
Right. That's what I
my
kept saying.
Biggest question. Why? And then dip. And then you gonna dip after that. I need to know why.
Yeah.
If you watch checked out Miss K's
the
review,
Hitman.
She has a very good point with that, because I checked hers out.
Oh,
I usually check hers out after I do mine, because me and her be here, but I don't want to seem like we come up with the exact same ideas. Sometimes we talk about the show right after, so it end up being like that. But this time I was like, you know what? I never thought of that. And then I was like, she got a good point there.
For me,
thank you, Moochie.
The thing was with me, I didn't think it was Scully that did it, because I just got this from Game of Thrones, that poison or lacing something is like something that a woman would do. Mm-hmm. Yes. And so when he said that, and then we kind of, tied it into him, but the first thing that came to my mind is like poison is a woman's thing. So then I started thinking about Sissy for some reason. I don't know why I started thinking about her. And then the fact that the Cuban national guy was there and he was serving as well. Yeah, so it kind of had me thinking, like, what is going on?
It was a mind screw.
He was talking so much.
They all was.
Yes.
Yep. That was a part of one of my points. Like, was it done to make people be like loose lips, you know?
They all was talking too much.
Yeah.
You had the Little Rock guy actually sit there and tell Sissy, yeah, we're business partners. And only person that wasn't talking a lot was Leon.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And Wanda. And Wanda.
Wanda didn't say none of it. Wanda didn't.
Just
Wanda
like
didn't,
SCP said, I'm just glad Wanda was allergic. Me too.
Yeah, because that could have really sent her down a wrong path, yo.
Right.
But he was talking too much. Johnny from Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
Even Avi caught himself.
Yep.
Avi caught himself because he was actually talking to Ruben.
Yeah.
He was actually talking to Ruben, and he was like, yeah, I'm about to get the groom's nephew's advisor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting here like, Avi,
what the? And then
Avi, come on,
when
man.
Sissy came out and was like, I want you to leave my family alone. I don't know what else she uttered, but whatever she uttered, when Avi heard that, he was out. He walked right over. He was like, I must go.
Yeah.
I can't blame him.
Real quick. I said, "Oh,
yep."
Yo,
he figured it out.
I think when she said, "I made a mistake," that might have been his cue when she said that.
Right.
Yeah.
And Avi realized you've been sitting up here talking to a narc the whole time, just running your damn mouth.
Avi knows Ruben. Okay, you sure about that? I don't know. I didn't mean it like, you know. That's gonna make me go back and be like,
Yeah.
I got a clip I want y'all to give me your reaction to. I'm curious to see how y'all reacted to this scene. I enjoyed it. It was good acting by both people in this scene. No, not that one. But I got that one too, though. So we is going to cover that one, but this one first.
Oh, God.
I got a son that puts white people above their father and money before God. That's what's wrong. Everything you do for yourself. That's not what your father taught you. That's not what your mother taught you. Go. I'll talk Where does that come from? Don't say it!
Don't give me any tongue.
Don't give me any what?
Tongue.
What
is up with you say lip? Don't give me no.
Yeah, don't give me any tongue. He really be bugging out. I mean, I love
that. Sound like some English stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll start with you, Moochie. React to that. How did you feel about it? I mean, the way this boy was running in this
that
episode.
Was like the truth serum, the LSD. She spoke truth, and Franklin was getting a lot of all his biggest fears came out with those hallucinations. All of the biggest fears that he had. And when he was finally coming down, he was realizing who the person he was. And the best thing, I was on here watching y'all last night, and I was talking to my TV the way y'all had me last night. Huh? Last night when y'all was live, I was talking to my TV, yo. I was talking back at the TV. Anywho, with this whole thing, I like Franklin talking to his younger self.
Oh, me too. I loved it.
That part right there, that was the best part to me because he broke it down. Now the question is, was there any listening devices in there? He mentioned everybody that was.
But that was the hallucination part. That was his younger self that mentioned all of that.
Yeah, but he's talking.
The real Franklin wasn't. I don't think so. He's responding to. He's responding to. You're right. What was in his mind? So what the real Franklin was saying wasn't really incriminating to my recollection. But what the younger one was saying, he was dropping all of the jewels. He was dropping bodies. He was name dropping
I'm gonna get to Nita now. I want to hear Nita's opinion on that scene. And shout out to Just My Opinion, B. Avery. He's in the building. His link is in description. Monique is in the link description as well. She will be here with these fine sisters next Friday. So I'm connecting y'all up with another mover and shaker in the YouTube world. She's going to be here with these sisters. Her link is in description. Of course, these wonderful young ladies' links is all in description. Nita, how did you like that scene with Sissy and Franklin? Don't give me no tongue. Let me tell my grandma that I'm going to be without a tongue.
I don't know. The whole scene just made me worried. Like something was very, very uneasy about the dialogue that they was having between each other. It was very apparent to me that neither one of them have like 100% trust in each other. Is like it felt weird, and like I said, something just keep telling me about that vibe, about that the what is it called? The LSD, the poisoning, not the poisoning, the LSD, the lacing of everything. And she knew it right away because she went right up to Jerome and she was like this, why didn't you tell me you put that in there? And he was like, what? But the funniest thing about this scene is when he ran in that bathroom. I almost throw a ring.
He took off like a toddler.
He had to pee out of nowhere.
He's like, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Look, Nina,
just out of nowhere.
Dying laughing. I was dying laughing when he was talking to Leon and he took off running, and Jerome and Louis was talking about lacing everybody with the LSD. I was dying laughing then.
Right.
And I was thinking to myself, who run the fastest? Franklin or Tariq? Definitely, I got to give it to Franklin because his legs was moving like Tiny Toons in that moment. I was like, damn, bro.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that thing about Sissy, I'm still it's on the fence. Like that conversation was very, very deep. And I'm like, I'm wondering, was it real? Like, I don't know. Like for some reason, I'm not really convinced that all this stuff is real that we're seeing for some reason.
Yeah. Miss K, put the icing on that cake, Miss K, on this scene and what Nita is talking about.
About you feel like, what you say, Nita? You feel like it's not real?
Yeah, I don't, like I said, you just don't know what is real.
Which is the hallucination.
Yeah, from the hallucination, you know. I don't know.
I think this is real. This is not a hallucination. This is just them talking. They're on LSD and they're talking, and she's giving them the stuff that's been on her mind, you know. And so, him doing that, I'm almost wondering if they weren't high and he would have yelled at her like that. Would she have slapped him? Because in this moment, she looked like she was a little fearful of him. Right, but I'm wondering, like,
Miss K, didn't he yelled at her last episode about what was his famous line with her last? He had a good line with her when she came in the office trying to talk to him. He told her to mind her business or something, and she didn't slap him in. But she did look at his office. She did look at that office, and you know what she pulled out of her pocketbook?
Yeah, she was contemplating it.
Yeah, keep the peace.
Right. So, but I'm saying that one wasn't like you know, that just looked like she was like, who are you talking to? Like, are you serious? I'm trying to help you, like she said last week. But this one, he freaking yells in her face, "Don't give me that!" Like he's crazy.
Right.
So I felt like she just was like, I don't know, it's like she was scared a little bit. But this is the thing that made her run outside and get all up in Ruben's face. Like, look what the heck you're doing to my family. You know, I changed my mind. I don't want none of this. No, get out of here. And
the thing is, it's not Ruben. Ruben didn't lace the chocolate with LSD. It wasn't Ruben that did it.
And that was a part of my whole trying to put everything together, because I was like, shoot, do he got the champagne and Scully tag teaming with the chocolate? Because I was just wondering, like, what is happening here? And then like somebody said, you got to pay attention to the people that came and left. Like, why Scully just bounced? And I'm tired of this girl, Veronique. Every time we turn around, she talking about she got to leave. I understand you pregnant, but every time you turn around, she got to go home.
Right.
She's sick or something.
You not on no high. They didn't put you on no high risk pregnancy type of thing. So why you always running home to lay down some daggone?
Wait a minute, Miss K. Miss K, wait a minute.
I don't know how y'all talking about, okay, I think I trust her now. No.
Wait a minute, Miss K. You wouldn't be saying the fact that every time something happened and Veronique gotta go is leaning toward she's up to no good. Would you be? Yes. Is that what you're saying, Miss K?
Yes. She's always. Did you see how she left that? What was that other time where she left out? She tried to. When they finally found Franklin, she stayed around for a minute, but then she was like, okay, I gotta go. Like once they started to try to figure out who was who behind this, she gotta leave. But then when they scheming or they trying to be up to something, she want to go to the meetings and sit in and just listen and everything. And I'm like, what the heck? But then when you know things are going on and stuff is about to hit the fan, you ready to skip. I don't like all that. And who the heck are you to go to Kane? Go sit down. Talking about some Mr. Kane. Don't even try it. Go sit down. Franklin told you that it's okay. Sit down.
Please put that out.
This chick,
Yeah,
Miss K and them
me.
voice. When Miss K don't
out
like
for
a
me.
woman, she is the perfect voice to have, ladies. When Miss K does not like a woman character, them voices be going. We have me about to fall out. Miss K, do her voice again. What did she do this time, Miss K? What did he do?
She's always, she's always whispering like, Mr. Kane, girl. And then she tells Franklin all the time, you just need to stay right here in this moment. Stay right here. I'm so tired of her whispering all the freaking time.
I know.
Get on my daggone nerves.
She's on my nerves.
What? Look,
you know this will
ladies and
always
gentlemen,
be. It's only for a little while.
If this was 1988, and we were still using rotary dial phones, everybody would be trying to hire Miss K right now for any exploit they was doing on them phones. It'd be 99. It'd be $1 the first minute, 99 cents every other minute to hear Miss K voice on the phone. And next week, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have a battle royale because this whole panel don't really trust V. And Monique is still on Team V, and I can't wait to hear that debate.
I've never been though.
I've never been from the day I met her.
The first week, I made a theory about this woman.
Mm-hmm.
You did.
Who this one? And then I got people on my channel talking about her. Oh, who this woman? So
I understand Sean Barker. She may have went to Kane to see if she was lying. But what place in his business did you have to go do that?
Right.
Well, her place is she's worried about her baby.
And how she knew where to find him?
If you worried about your baby, why would you even? Why would you even risk? Yes. Why would you even risk going to this man if you so worried about your baby?
Right.
Because she told Franklin last week. Sometimes you need to look someone in the eye to know whether or not they are con. Because she comes from a family of cons.
That's
what she said.
Did say that.
You need to
She did say that.
I don't feel the same about that.
That's
she
true.
Need to listen to the advice. Franklin needs to listen to the advice that she is saying, because I don't trust her.
I don't trust her, but you know what? This is what I keep saying, because there was two parts to my theory, that if we never find out if she's not a con, the fact that they brought her into our lives, because she's been in Franklin's life for a while, the fact that they just brought her in here is either she can't be trusted or she is someone that he could possibly trust, but she's going to be a casualty of war. I keep saying that it's either one or the other.
And you know what? She might have started the ink on her death sentence when she walked into that club to talk to Kane.
Especially now, because now he could target her just to get to Franklin.
Exactly.
You freaking
that
idiot.
Made no sense whatsoever to me. Like, she probably didn't even know about a baby.
Right.
That you definitely put a target right on your
put that right to his attention.
If they can't get you, they get who's close to you.
Right. But you know what the interesting part about what Kane said to her? He didn't say you ain't had nothing to worry about. He said you don't have nothing to worry about from me.
From me.
Exactly.
So he cleared himself, but he ain't say nothing. No.
That's how he said he didn't do the shooting.
Huh?
That's how he said when they. Do you remember when
I took it a little different though? But
do you remember when Leon and Franklin went to the football field to confront Kane? And he said that wasn't like it didn't come like that wasn't me shooting. But you understand? He's pushing the buttons, but he's saying he's not actually pulling the trigger.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
I know, but that's the way he's excusing himself. I know it doesn't matter, but that's the way he's excusing himself.
I think what he's saying is I feel like the key word was he said the key word was I intend to. I intend to keep my word. That's all. That all depends on y'all. That's what I got.
Right. And because of the recklessness of Louis, I'm just telling y'all, backshot Buckley, he just looks like an accident waiting to happen. I'm sorry. I hate to keep bragging on that man.
Right.
But he just looked like an accident waiting to happen. You know good and damn well him and his little cop crew ain't about to do nothing to Kane. That is about to go terribly wrong. Backshot Buckley is going to be dead. He's never going to taste the loins of Louis. And that's going to set off a war. And what y'all saying about V, she probably is going to be casualty of war, which might set Franklin off even worse because not only are you going to kill her, but you also going to kill his unborn child. Now you hold that. That's going to be
That's
some
exactly
mess.
what I said. I said it's going to turn into a serious monster. Sorry, go ahead, Moochie. Serious monster.
I think Buckley and the crew went there, skied up, and it's going to go left.
Oh, it's going left.
Oh, yeah.
Hell, it's going so left, it's going to go all the way to Asia. It's going left.
That's going to be a job. That job is botched. Kane got away.
Yeah.
That's what I
So let me get you guys' opinion on what was my favorite clip, and I'm hearing a whole lot of other folks' favorite clip. I'm going to have to get out of here a little early tonight, but I want to see what you ladies thought about this. Great clip, good acting, loved every minute of it. Take a look.
I help people. Help people. My God, you listen to yourself? God damn, nigga. What about Mr. Wright? What about him? What about Kevin and even Rob, or man, boy, your dad? And all the niggas you and your little motherfucking minions done plotted on in between. Tiana, Khadijah, Lenny, Carvel, him, her, him, bodies. They're all dead. That's how you help Franklin? No, I made me and my people rich. Fuck kind of life will they have without me? They don't see it that way, nigga. And that's why this whole thing's about to fall apart.
Foreshadow. That's foreshadowing.
We'll start with
the Emmy. Give him the Emmy.
Talk about anything you want from that scene. Nita, we're going around the circle. Let's give it up. Talk about it. By the way, like this video, people. We've got 265 in the building on a Friday night. Damn, love y'all. Let's get them likes.
Chris P. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry.
Oh Lord. Yeah, that was funny. But go ahead, Nita.
Yeah, well, we touched on it earlier that there was a lot of information, there was a lot of intel in that conversation. Even if it was just one-sided, it kind of still had a lot going on. But the acting was stellar. That was like it was really, really good. It was really, really good. That's why I said give him the Emmy. Kudos, hands down. That was a great performance from him. Yeah, it just looks like he's having these moments of regret, maybe things his conscience is just kind of like, just regurgitating on him, and just kind of like that's what the whole wedding feel like. The same thing that he was going through with Sissy, the same thing that he's going through with himself, the same thing he was going through with V. Like it was just like all of the worst case scenarios. What was the worst thing that happened? Everything was just like doom and gloom. I was like, good grief. I'm like, it all felt bad. Like I was just like, oof.
Yeah.
Wow. Miss K, jump on in there.
Listen, when I first saw this scene, I was cracking up. I'm sorry. And then I had to, reel myself, I had to reel it in and really see how serious this scene really is, and to see that Franklin is dealing with some guilt and he's having, these are the things that he doesn't speak about, which I appreciate about this, because he doesn't talk about these things. He just kind of like goes on with his life and go on about business. And it's not anything that he discusses. You never know how he feels, if he, if he has any regrets or if he's remorseful. And this shows us that he is. And for even the younger Franklin to say, you know what, you're my failure. That's crazy.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Because it makes me see that Franklin, the younger Franklin, actually wanted more for himself than what he became. So I just thought that this was a phenomenal scene. And when I watched it again, I'm listen, I still gotta laugh. But when I see this man going hard like that, I'm like, this is incredible, because he's not talking to anybody. Like he's doing this in front of a camera.
Exactly.
Like a little monologue, and I'm just like, this is really, really great. So
it's just tough, very tough to do that. Moochie, jump on in there.
I feel like he did a good job. That was a lot of people's best scene.
Mm-hmm.
And I did do an imitation of him in my video too.
Oh,
I
was
love
gonna.
it.
Can we get the imitation, Moochie? Can we get a little tease at the imitation?
Bodies, you, him. Only thing I couldn't do was run down names like he did.
Yeah.
Yes.
But this is the part that had me talking to my TV last night. I don't think he mimicked Denzel at all. I think our boy got it wrong. You know, I love Larry to death, but I think he was wrong on that one.
Yeah,
I don't think he mimicked him in any way. I felt like he did that's how when you first start acting, you have to learn how to do monologues. Mm-hmm. So that's all I think it really was. So, you know, that's how I feel about the whole thing.
Okay, cool.
Can I say something to add to that real quick? I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like one thing I'll notice about is Damnus, right? Damnus Idris or Dabnus. I forgot. Damnus, I think. Okay. So anyway, with him, I feel like he has it's something unique about the way he carries those type of scenes. He goes so hard. I don't see nobody else when I see him do these things. He goes so hard with it to the point where it's almost like, you know how when you talking to the point where you get that last word out, it's hardly coming out. That's what he does. I think that's his thing. I don't see nobody else. I don't see Denzel or I don't see, you know what I mean? I feel like that's his own thing. So I don't know.
Yeah, he's done it in a couple of monologues.
Damson, thank you. I said Damnus.
Yeah, you're right, Miss Kane. He has done that in a couple of his monologues where he's like, you know, even when he was talking to Louis, kind of like that was like
and Leon.
When he was talking to Leon too. I want to talk.
Yeah.
What I want to know is how in the hell these British actors are able to kill the accent so quickly, and in the interview the accent immediately comes back. That's what I want to know.
Well,
so they got a dialect coach. You know who is?
Well, I need to get me one because I'm tired of sounding like I'm from South Carolina. I need to get me a guy. I want to sound like I'm from the Bronx, baby. The Bronx.
I know.
Baby, the Bronx.
I want to think with a New York accent. I
got one more person I want to cover before I let you girls get out of here. I want to talk about this young lady right here, Wanda. What we doing with Wanda? Do y'all trust Wanda? Did y'all like her cross colors outfit right here?
She look pretty.
And that's what I'm saying. It's pretty, but it's cross colors. And
you gotta remember what year it is.
True.
88, something like that.
Yeah, so that's the
what
stuff
do y'all
was wearing.
What do y'all think she's going with her character? And I'll start with you, Miss K, and we'll end with Nita.
I like where she's going with her. I'm hoping that she sticks to, you know, staying clean and everything. And I thought she was lovely. I think that her trying to diffuse the situation with the fighting and all that, you know, I think that was good. That I'm glad that they had someone there that was of sober mind and everything. And I'm glad that it was her, because that could have been right back.
All she wrote.
Yeah. And so I don't know. I think we can look up from here with Wanda. So. That's what I'm hoping. I don't see anything that makes me say, oh, we can't trust her. I don't see that. So I don't know.
Me too.
Okay. All right. My homegirl Moochella hanging with the fellas. Talk about this scene right here with Wanda, and what do you see in Wanda's future? And did y'all see the sex scene? Because some of y'all claim y'all ain't see the Game of Thrones sex scene.
I saw it in the picture during my editing. I was like, oh shoot.
Oh
my God.
Go ahead, Mooch.
I feel like I can officially say that Wanda has redeemed herself.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
At this reception, the way she was tending to everybody, and I love what she had on. I love the way her hair looked, and Franklin was truly proud of her at this moment where, like, he picked her up and she knew something was kind of off because he ain't mess with her like that from the beginning. But now, you how they say it, a drunk tongue speaks a sober mind. So now she knows that he genuinely loves her, even though, and he did give her a chance. I felt kind of with the whole thing with Leon. Now you see, he always loved her.
Yeah,
he did.
But she was kind of bummed out.
She know he's
coming to her at this moment. And he still ain't know what was going on. He said, "So what? You not gonna go or what?"
Well, she ain't say no. She didn't say no.
Nah, she
never
said
said no.
But I hope he come back to her and be like, I was serious about this. I hope he comes back to this conversation
in a sober mind.
They do rekindle their relationship because now she's healed. But the thing is, I think at that point maybe your boy Leon gonna walk away from the game.
Okay.
I hope he makes it.
Nita, we're gonna end with you, Nita, but I'm gonna shout out Art for the $10 super chat. Appreciate. She says Franklin called Teddy while he was high without knowing it. Who else did something like that? That's a good damn point. That's a good damn point. Well, we know Veronique ain't do nothing. She wasn't there. We know Wanda ain't do nothing. She wasn't never high. But you got the rest of that crew that could have done something. And then we got another super chat from Samara. Love watching my fave. Yes. Keep sticking with us, Samara. We're going to bring Monique up here to do battle with these women next week. That should be fun. Nita, the last word on you about Wanda and where she's going to go.
Yeah, I hope she has redeemed herself. The same thing how when every episode we don't see Wanda and everybody was like, where Wanda? Where was like they thought she was the mole. I don't think so. I think they done drug Wanda through the mud enough. I think that we should be able to move on and she can move on to a different story arc and I love that the way. Did you hear how Moochie? It just sounded like love in her voice when she was talking about Leon and Leon and Wanda getting back together. Like that's my hope too. So I love it, and she took it the wrong way. But like Moochie said, a drunk tongue speaks.
Yeah, she don't appreciate the circumstance that is happening.
Right. Like, you coming to me now with this?
Yeah, I hope he comes back with a sober mind and really reassures her, and that way she knows for sure. So, yeah, I loved it. She looked beautiful.
She looked great.
She did. I love the bob and everything like that. And yeah, I just hope for good things for her. And I don't think that she's into anything,
nefarious,
all that stuff. I don't think that, but maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
Hope not.
Moochie got one more point for the people, then we're gonna be out of here. What you got, Moochie?
Did y'all notice that it was the news reporter rapper being the DJ?
Oh yeah.
That's all I wanted to say.
I didn't know.
I feel like, remember Jerome said he wanted to help his people?
Yeah.
So I think he started with that, and I can't remember who predicted that, but somebody said they could see him going back for that kid. I can't remember which one who said it, but I know I said I could see that happening.
What kid?
I don't know if it was with the news reporter rapper when he was listening to the kids' rhymes.
I was talking about Jerome. I said Jerome.
Yeah. You said Jerome, and he
took a liking to the kid. Yeah. Okay. I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Oh no, I thought you were talking about that was the dude that was saying their whole rap. Saying their whole life.
That was that kid. I call him the news reporter rapper.
Yeah, that was the guy. Yeah,
he was there,
and
he was the DJ.
My prediction was Rome was going to trying to start a legal business in the music industry like he had already been doing, and he went back and got that kid for sure. Streets need a body.
Right. That's exactly what that is. They need to stop fighting.
I know somebody. I don't remember who said it. I know I didn't predict it. I know I said I could see that happening. You know, I give credit to where credit's due. I want to say it was between Miss K though.
Yeah, I said something.
I think Miss K did say something like that. Yeah, because I remember whoever said it. I said he's going to start another music company or something like that. So it had to probably be it was Miss K or somebody, but any event,
I said I could see that happening. That's all I know.
You guys got to subscribe to these ladies' channel if you've never done it, because they put out just absolutely fire content. There might come a day when Lamont decided to retire from YouTube. So I got to keep my foot soldiers nice and ready to take over the streets. Because when the streets need my body, I'm just going to go. I'm just out of here. I'm just going to my thing. So don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe. I'll be back with the wife on Sunday to entertain y'all with those power reviews. And you know how I just love to get on her nerves. Boy, one of them, I'm going to stick my tongue in her ear, something real crazy. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, check these ladies out to that next Sex is Hell video. I'll see you.
Bye.